Sure? Okay, energy, girls. I haven't seen you like in about 1 week. Not your fault, not my fault. But what matters in the end is that we take advantage of the time we see each other. That's in the end what matters, even if it's 1 or 2 or 3 classes per week. And the other thing that matters is that you're very responsible with the work that is proposed. Not as an obligation, but principally proposed. Thank God you did great job in 10th grade. So that's why I'm very, in quotation, relaxed with you girls now. Because you don't need me anymore. Practically you're on your own now. But having said that, I do want you to nail the Toefl. And I want you to do better always, of course. And if you do the work proposed, I promise you it will work. Talking about the work proposed, please remind us before we start the Toefl class. Why the Toefl class today? Because at least we should have every cycle. Our 2 Toefl classes, really, although we missed the one with computers, but you have the CD, so that's okay. And we missed the Toefl class with the book. So this week or this cycle, we're going to have our 2 classes with the Toefl. Clear? Today, which is day 1, and then our day 2, and our normal day 6, which is I think Wednesday, our last day of classes next week, by the way. So we do that, we have the Toefl class. But there are many things that have been happening that have you been doing that?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
BMW?
Brave New World.
Brave New World. Last week you were supposed to read up to chapter 4, this week up to chapter 10. You should be on page 150 something, sorry. And then next week, chapter, I think, and then when you come back after vacation, the book has to be read. That is okay. Don't feel bad that we haven't done work related to it because we did a lot of pre-reading activities.
Yes.
So now I'm giving you the time to read. Once you come back, there are a lot of good things to do. A lot of goodies. We're going to have a debate, discussion on the topics, very interesting topics related to the story. And then we're going to give you feedback on that, etc., etc. Then after that, we enter Pink Floyd, the movie, and all interesting stuff, and we start relating things. But, so there's a little continuity. Don't forget to follow deadlines and to present the following things. You have this week and the other week until Sunday, midnight. And in case you miss it, you still have recess week. That's not the idea. Of course. Is it understood? I'm not giving you homework for recess week. But if you're not responsible or don't have enough time, it will become like that. But the idea is that by next week, everything that I'm going to say right now, including the reading deadlines, yes? There's a quiz that I posted, the Seafarer, but we haven't even started that. I'm 2 classes ahead with 10A. So they already took the book home, I guess, and they're doing the quiz. I remember with literature, we were kenning. Was that our last class?
Yes.
And did we share a kenning?
No.
No, that's going to be tomorrow's class.
Okay.
Tomorrow's class, bring the big book. Well, no, you probably never took it. So have the literature book here.
We didn't have classroom.
Are you kidding?
Yes.
Why?
No, we didn't have. Because we didn't have. Because we didn't have.
Whenever I see you again, our next class will be Kenny and the Seafarer, which is a beautiful Anglo-Saxon poem. We'll have time next week to do it. Okay? So, then, next week, you take the book home and present the quiz, just like you did with shooting.
Another time.
It's a tough quiz, because the quiz, these are quizzes taken from the literature book, no plagiarism involved there, but they're very good practice. I take them too, to practice my critical reading skills too. It's very tough, so go for it. You take that one. I already posted this quiz. This should be done this week, but in case you don't do it, Brave New World quiz. Brave New World quiz.
It is this.
It's like the first 8-9 chapters, more or less.
You
already, yes, it's making, you can use, I was going to tell you, you can use the book. You can use the book. It's like specific information, but you may use the book.
I have a question. If I opened the quiz but I didn't do it,
No problem.
I can.
Yes, no problem. So it's just kind of like it's a different quiz. It's interesting. It's like a matching thing. Go for it. Then next week when we do our activity, there's gonna be, you take this quiz too. Anglo-Saxon poetry.
That's another.
Yeah, and remember before the Seafarer, we did read 1 page, I remember. There are like 12 pages that I told you is very good for you, about a very interesting history about the Anglo-Saxon period. I was going to do it in class. No way. I want you to read it with the book, take the quiz. Yes? So, 1, 2, 3 quizzes.
All of the quizzes are mystery.
Yes, and that quiz. That quiz. Yes? Okay. And then finally, your essays, which have been very good. I'm very motivated.
But we only 3 essays.
I'm listening. I want to say something, please. Chris Calderon. Thank you. I use this today with my 10th graders. My 10th graders. They congratulated you. With the independent task, she got a 29/30 on the one-off. This was the first one about money and rewards and all that in the companies, remember? Because I'm trying to help 10th graders. I'm not their Toefl teacher anymore. No. It's okay. But I also want to work with them Toefl. And they're very scared with this. And they always see you girls showing me essays, and they kind of hey Edward, how do they do that? It's not that difficult. I wanted to show them that it's not that difficult. And this was very structured. So very good. But you know what the problem is? That some of you haven't even given me the first one. I have all the essays here. And don't ask me. No, it's your responsibility. You should keep track of your local work.
I show it in the computer. I show it to you and we correct.
But I need you to print it, remember. If not, I don't have that registered. So, reminders this week and next week. 3 essays. The first one about independent task. The second one, integrated task, Hamilton and Jefferson. And the third one, which you're still on time, because those 2 already passed. The third one you should be working on is the independent task of genetic engineering. You have until next week to show. Now, talking about grades, unfortunately there were a few girls that never even presented shooting an elephant. So if you get information by your group directors next Friday with your favorite English, you understand why. Okay? I think it was not in 10B, by the way. I shouldn't even tell you this. It was in 10A. I think everyone here, 11A. I think everyone here presented. The minimum thing you can do is to do the work. You get what I mean? That's the message. So everything so far so good? It's not that bad. The other thing you had was the Toefl work. Have you been doing them? But it just reminded me that we did skills up 1 to 4 of reading. And there was a bunch of homework. Who can give me feedback simply on how you did?
It was really good. It was good. I did it yesterday and it was.
You did everything?
It's fine. I think the first skill was hard.
Okay, good. Thank you. More feedback. Who did not that great? Everyone did good?
Yes.
I'm happy. Let me tell you something. Many of you girls say, hey, but the readings are not enough. We should go for SAT, and all that is true. All that is true. But you know what? I have a theory. If you do, and it's proven throughout the years, if you really do all the work on the CD and the book, and the literature and the novels, and you read, I think that is enough. Sure, if you go beyond, fantastic. But I don't really think it's necessary, unless you're really taking the SATs. No? SAT, are you continuing the work with SAT with Katrina?
We haven't really met this week, but we'll have to talk with her.
Yeah, I already embedded her page.
Yes.
I showed her Mysteries and everyone, and they liked it. And she said that it was an inspiration to make Katrina's, what's it called?
Worlds?
Cool, she made a cool
Yes.
wiki. And I'm happy. And I embedded the wiki on the Toefl page of Mysteries. So all you have to do is enter the Toefl page of Mysteries and it'll take you to Katrina's page. And there's a lot of good information on SAT. She told me to tell all of you that it's an invitation to all of you that want to go beyond to check that page. Cool, no?
Yes.
We're here for you. Conclusion. Yes.
What's the mysteries post?
Okay, thank you. And that's the fun. We haven't even started the class. Oh my God. And class is over because of all my talking. Final post. No, oh my God, that sounded like goodbye. You're graduating already. No. The post of the week is about, guess what?
Break.
Like you used to do in those days of the book thief, where I love those posts. So a post like that up to chapter 10, not a summary. I hate summaries.
An opinion.
I hate summaries, no? An opinion, a reflection. Show me that you're knowledgeable with those chapters. By Sunday midnight. And in case you miss this Sunday midnight, you have all these 2 weeks to catch up. Okay. Page 49, please. Reading skill number 5. details, find factual information.
Page what?
Page 49 in the new edition. Skill 5. Is the old edition the same?
I'm going to check. For you, what?
Reading skill number 5. Find factual information about ghost words. Yes? I need 3 volunteers. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
I'll get you in a second. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I never had problems with volunteers in this group. Fantastic. No, really. In 10 groups have to help me, man. Tell them to participate. A volunteer and everyone's like,
But they are starting.
because I need them to participate more. No, yeah, good point, Sarita. 1.
What?
Please read.
Reading the skills 5. Find actual information. In the reading section of the Toefl IBT,
Follow.
you may be asked questions about factual information. The answers to these multiple choice questions are often statements of what is given in the passage. This means that the correct answer often expresses the same idea as what is written in the passage, but that the words are not exactly the same. The answers to these questions are generally given in order in the passage, and the questions generally indicate which paragraphs contain the answers, so the answers are not too difficult to locate. Look at an example of a factual information question.
Remember, you don't have time to read the whole thing. You just go directly, skim the passage, and then directly question and answer. And this one is kind of like paraphrasing. It's finding the same thing with different words. That's the strategy. Everyone look at example 1. According to paragraph 1, the word door. Look what they underline. Of course, they give you the answer, yes? And then please continue, Valecita. The question
asks you to answer a question according to paragraph 1, which means that the correct answer is factual information from the first paragraph. It is stated in the first paragraph that door was added to the dictionary when a typesetter misread the entry D or D. This means that the word door was mistakenly added to a dictionary. To answer these questions, you should click on the second
I like your intonation. It's like, ooh, it's very pleasant. Continue, volunteer 2. Now?
Now look at another example of a factual information.
And then, sorry I interrupt you, God bless you. In example 2, it is indicated in paragraph 2 that the word syllabus, they give you the answer. Look in paragraph 2 what they underline, and then please read the explanation.
The question asks about what is indicated in paragraph 2, which means that you are being asked about factual information in the second paragraph. It is stated in paragraph 2 that in
1470,
the
Cicero's works,
syllabus was written as syllabus. This means that the word syllabus came about as a misspelling of a different word. To answer this question, you should click on the third answer.
volunteer 3.
The following charts outlines the key information that you should remember about questions testing details. Questions about factual details. How to identify the question. According to paragraph X, it is stated in paragraph X, it is indicated in paragraph X, it is mentioned in paragraph X. Where to find the answers. These answers are generally found in order in the passage, and the paragraph where the answer is found is generally indicated in the question. How to answer the question. 1. Choose a keyword or idea in the question. 2. Scan the appropriate paragraph for the keyword or idea. 3. Read the sentence that contains the keyword or idea carefully. 4. Choose the best answer.
Very good. Homework, write it down. Passage what?
1.
Lake by Cal. Passage 2? The postage? Stamp. Passage 3? The Clovis culture. All homework, and we're going to do right now. But we're going to do it in this way. Do not write in your book. Think about the future generations. Remember, our TOEFL homework is always for TOEFL class, which will be 6. Our TOEFL class is day 6. For Wednesday, if we have class. If not, some days. But yeah, no, someday no. But that's Wednesday. Attention here. I want you to, in your notebooks, to write the answer yes, but with an explanation. I don't want guessing in reading comprehension. When you do reading comprehension, you have to be 100% sure of the answer, no? And don't write a sentence. Just tell me like 2-3 words that gave you the answer. So when we give feedback together, Andreita's going to tell me number 16 is 8 because of this. I found the answer because the sentence said this. Be sure. Deal? 5 minutes. from number 16 to 22. Go for it.
What passage?
Of passage 4, brown dwarfs. Passage 4, brown dwarfs, 16 to 22. Go for it. Careful, number 17.
Yes.
Ready? No.
No.
Sorry. process of elimination will always help, no? Still need more time?
Yes.
Remember, there's a time limit. Ready? Who still needs time? Quickly, 1 minute? 1 minute? If not, just make a very quick logical guess. So remember, we're going to check this together with an explanation, not with guessing. So who feels sure? Number 16. Answer with an explanation. Valecita, first we see if you have the answer correct.
Well, I think that is A.
Think no, I'm sure.
I'm sure that
Let's
it's
say
A.
yes. And read, it is stated.
It is stated in the passage that the mass of an average brown dwarf is A.
Dwarf.
Is A.
Smaller.
Smaller than the mass of the sun.
Prove it.
I do it with process of elimination.
I did it.
Here, I did it because here in the first paragraph it says that the mass of a, in the second sentence, it says the mass of a brown dwarf is too small to generate internal temperature. And here says that in the B it says generates an extremely high internal temperature. So that is eliminated. Then I say C is also eliminated because then it said that is the internal temperature is too small so that they cannot capable of igniting the nuclear burning. So C is also eliminated. And then it says that the burning of hydrogen release energy and light, but the temperature is so small that they could not do that. So D is also eliminated. So
Wow, yeah, cool, excellent, and that's good. But there's also a very simple way of doing it,
yes,
but you know what?
The first sentence.
But I like what you do because you're very sure of yourself. The only problem I can see thinking about the double test,
Time.
you have time for all, that would be the ideal analysis. So quickly, how would you get the answer? Maybe even without not doing
Because
all that.
a typical brown dwarf has a mass that is 8%
8% less. But you know what? No, great. So keep on like that. Simply make sure that the 3 passages you have on the TOEFL test, 20 minutes each passage, 39, 40 questions, you handle the time. 20 minutes per passage of 13 questions. Okay? Good, Vale. No, 17.
Me?
Sarita. And then Miss Perez, you do 18? No?
You want to do something?
Go for it. No? Okay.
I chose B.
Okay, B is the answer, so read first to practice pronunciation.
According to paragraph 2, a brown dwarf cools off. A. Within the first minute.
The answer. After?
After its contraction is completed.
Yeah, here it was easy to get confused if you're not careful. Tell us about it.
And I based on the first sentence.
Yes, everyone look.
That says, a brown
Dwarf.
contracts
At a steady
at a
rate.
steady rate after it is contracted as much as possible. So I based on as much.
It takes 1 million years. And then it begins to
Cool off. So just with the words as much as possible, you are sure that the contraction is completed because it can't contract. Right?
after its contraction. Within the 1 million years, exactly. Yeah, it worked. It begins to cool off after those million years, after the contraction is completed, exactly. Okay, 18. Go for it.
I chose A.
Yes. Read. What is stated?
What is stated in paragraph 2 about a brown
Dwarf.
dwarf that has cooled off for 2 to 3 billion years?
The answer is it's
A.
weak light.
Its weak light makes it difficult to see from.
Prove it.
Because in the paragraph 2 says after a period of 2 to 3 billion years, its emission of light is so weak that it can be
Yeah,
difficult to observe.
it's practically literal.
Yes.
That is practically literal. Very good, Valentin. Number 19.
So,
And Vale will do 20. Laurita.
I chose number C.
20? 19, yes. C. Letter C.
Because I read all the options and it said in the reading that a dwarf never changes drastically in composition. So I eliminated everything that it was changing, that it was dramatically changing, or that it had.
So you eliminate incorrect choices, of course.
Exactly. And then I was quite
I wanna hear.
C, but I read about the 75% hydrogen, which means it's like
3/4 means
75%.
exactly. And the core means the internal composition. So you kind of like translate and use keywords, find keywords, and you get the answer. Everyone's understanding the strategies. What matters when we get together is that. I like to understand the strategies, and then after it's pure practice. You get it? That's why we're in no hurry in the class really to advance. No? Go. 21. 20. Who's 20? Who's 20? Who said me? Vale.
It says, according to paragraph 3, a white dwarf. So in paragraph 3 it says a white
But
dwarf.
first, what's the answers to see if you listen to you?
D.
Yes, he will listen.
A white dwarf, in contrast, has gone through a long period when it burns hydrogen. Until then, we can already eliminate number B because it says still burns.
Letter B.
Here, letter B. And here it says that it has gone through, so it has already burned hydrogen. Then it says followed by another long period in which it burns the helium created by the burning of hydrogen. There we can already eliminate C because hydrogen does not come from helium but the other way around.
Beautiful.
And then it says followed by another long period by the burning of hydrogen and ends up with a core that consists mostly of oxygen and carbon with a thin layer of hydrogen surrounding the core. And there it's thick, no longer has a predominantly hydrogen core.
Because it has a thick.
You see how secure you are. And that's the message. You have to be secure with reading comprehension. Very good. 21.
What is mentioned in paragraph 4 about brown dwarfs?
Give us the answer to see if we listen to you.
Answer C.
C, yes. Formed in the same way. No, what? They can share some similarity with large planets. Prove it.
In the passage, they say that planets may in their current state have some of the same characteristics as a brown dwarf. So they can share some similarities with large planets. And
Sure. Sure. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Then again, if you do the other strategy of process elimination, well, it ends the same answer. 22. Finally. Quickly. People have doubts with 22. Ms. Calderon. 22, the answer is? D. Is in at least one respect similar. Again, process of elimination probably helped you here in
It was
case.
the toughest
But
one.
let's listen.
It is indicated in paragraph 4 that Jupiter, and then it says process of elimination. It is not a brown dwarf.
No.
It's a planet.
Exactly.
And the difference between both of a planet and a brown dwarf is that they are not formed in the same way. So that cannot be. And then it says that it radiates energy based on its internal energy.
Sure. And that's what, look, they use the word, our planet resembles a brown dwarf in that it radiates energy based on its internal energy. So that's one, at least one characteristic, or similar to a brown dwarf. So the answer was?
D.
So there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
7.
Who got 7/7? 6/7? 5/7? And who's on? I would always say no, I should not say that. Okay, so let's continue. Very good. I see a brilliant future, do you?
Yes.
Of course. Reading skill number 6. So don't forget your homework, but now reading skill number 6 is understanding negative facts. It's a cute one. You definitely now need with this process of elimination because you can get confused. And the problem is if you're tired, it gets terrible. But it's not difficult. In this case, instead of 3 volunteers, I want everyone to practice English. So I want you to follow the same methodology we always follow and read the blah, 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 check the example. The way we do it together, but now in pairs to practice, or trios to practice your English out loud. Then together we go to passage. Homework will be passage 1 to 3, and we go directly to passage 4, which is a very interesting passage. Go. Pairs, trios, don't be alone, don't be alone. Don't be alone. Work together. Choice
And then choose your
Once you finish keeping everything. So now, once you finish the 3 pages of blah blah blah, passage 4. Same methodology with explanation of answers. No. Once you finish reading the theory, now each one alone, passage 4. And then we do it again. Once you finish the theory, passage 4, same methodology, answers, well, individual, and then you can share your answers with pairs, and then we'll do it in class.
How to identify the questions?
The same methodology, passage 4. About, it's a very interesting class. They're not always that interesting. This one's interesting.
Where to find the answer?
You can work together, but individually, but together.
The answer is found in
To compare your answers.
the question. How to answer the question? 1. Choose a keyword in the question. Scan the alphabet, place the passage for the keyword. This is the basic keyword. For the answer that are definitely according to the passage. Eliminate the only answers. Choose the right answer.
Passage 4. Hopefully you have time to finish it. What class do you have now? She's functional. This is skill 6. Let's try and do it together. This is easy to make mistakes, this one. Careful. Careful number 19, if you're already there. Ready?
No.
Got it right? Yeah, I told you, no? Careful at number 19. Check and see why you got it wrong. Then tell me if you don't get it. No, one of them is this little movie. In the 1950s, a book and a motion picture. Movie. Yes. Read. Read your answer. Read for me out loud.
No,
Yes, yes.
everyone will check.
Yes, yeah, wait, let me check. Sure, it's the answer is
Why?
it is not stated that the movie was made.
So,
It was not stated.
only
No.
for the
It was not stated. It's stated that it's a movie. Cute. You get it? Yeah. Is everyone ready so we can do it together? If not, check your answers and I'll explain you. You understand why? It's a cute one, number 19. And if you're tired on the Toefl, it's so easy to make that mistake. You don't get it? I'm here to help.
I didn't get 19 here.
Huh?
Yes.
Number 19.
Here.
Which one did you?
19.
The answer is this, yes. It's not stated in this paragraph that the movie that the previous one was made. What is stated about it? It's stated that there was a book and a movie went. Is that the same as? You get it? Vale, you got it?
But I don't know where.
Okay, we have time to do it together, quickly? And then I go until, as soon as Soraida comes, I leave. Number 19 with an explanation, quickly. Number 16, I mean. Quickly. 16.
Is D.
The answer is?
D.
Okay, let's go. I'm going to give you the answer. 16D. 17? A. 18? B, baby. I need someone to explain me 19.
It is C.
It is D.
She made a mistake there, so let's listen.
The answer is D.
The answer is D, that says what?
Was made into a movie in 1950.
The question says, it is not stated in paragraph 2 that the Three Faces of Eve was made into a movie. But why did you make a mistake initially?
I wrote B was the title of the book, but then I read again. And it says one of them is the story of a woman in the 1950s, a book by Robert. I made a mistake.
So
Okay. But again, why is the answer D?
Because the movie it was the story of a real woman, and it tells it. B, it was the title of the book and the title of the movie, and
Yes.
there is that there. So the one that's left.
Sure, process elimination, but again, be more specific.
Because I think because it doesn't specify that the book was made in 1950.
It says here that in the 1950s. Yeah, 1950s could be 51 to 59. But here it says was made into movie in 1950. It was not stated. That's the. Isn't it cute? Quickly, 20D, 21C, 22A. God bless you, girls. Bye bye. If you made a mistake, check your answers. 19D.